Well, good evening, everybody. And as you see, I've got a couple people in the background, and this is kind of an interesting thing. There are two things that happen here, and hello, Glow, and hello, Laurie, and the other person that is out there. Hi, Mark. Now, the reason for this photo display is twofold. Now, this goes back a ways. This goes back to when Timmy was photographed standing in front of a yacht for sale. A yacht that is fully capable of crossing in the ocean and could wind up at Russia and over on Leningrad Square. So, and what reinforced this uh, little satirical thing I'm doing here is that Tim Holmseth has declared himself a special agent. Uh, and the question has to be the special agent to whom? Up until now, Tim Holmseth has been a media spokesperson, so he claims, for the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. Now, all of a sudden, he's a special agent after declaring himself a war correspondent. I don't know of too many war correspondents that are special agents, and I also don't know anybody that's a war correspondent that isn't covering a war. The war is over in the Ukraine. Holmseth is not in the Ukraine, so he is, at least not yet, but he is not a war correspondent in any sense of the word. Yeah, Laurie, it was over on his Gab someplace, and the way the messages have been scrolling over there, I just haven't bothered with it. But on top of everything else, the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force infiltrated By Truth, I think it is, over on Telegram and other locations associated with Mr. Holmseth, has declared their support of Vladimir Putin's genocide of the Ukrainian people. Now, Holmseth claims that Putin is going over there to save the children. Well, apparently he has not been paying attention, because what Putin is doing is slaughtering children. And you can see it live every day on YouTube and even on Telegram. Because since Russia has censored all incoming internet traffic on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and so forth, people are going to Telegram, of all places, to get messages back into Russia about what Putin is doing to the Ukraine. So, so Mr. Holmseth has basically committed treason. He is a foreign agent. Under the law, he would have to register as a foreign agent because he is giving aid and comfort to Soviet Russia. Now, I basically don't know what planet Mr. Holmseth came from. It certainly isn't Earth. And he's spaced out because, as usual, all this garbage that is being put on over on these various sites is completely wrong. And the people who are putting this stuff out has no idea of what life is like in Russia. It's not pleasant. And he should take his little boat that he probably bought along with the other one and haul ass to Russia. He could be the new Lee Harvey Oswald. Now, whoever is running the high command, has been putting out some pretty nonsensical stuff. Now, Lindsey Graham came out and said someone in Russia ought to assassinate Mr. Putin, that it would be a nice way to end this problem. And this did not sit too well with Comrade Timmy and Comrade Randy, I don't know if they call women comrades over there or if they have a name for them, but these two equivalents to Boris and Natasha have thrown their full-fledged support behind Soviet Russia. I think it's kind of, for people that have been calling liberals communists and all this other stuff, they are supporting a communist country. Because even though they may not be declared communist, they follow the communist system. Vladimir Putin was a former KGB agent, and Vladimir Putin believes in the communist system, and majority of the allies of Russia, China, North Korea, Vietnam, so forth, are communist, socialist countries. So you get a taste for someone by who they hang around with, and so Mr. Homestead is hanging around with people that support the Soviet Russia. Now, something else need to be addressed here. Now, in a recent live stream the other night, I got into the case that is going through the Minnesota court right now. And apparently, we have our little friends over there on Telegram that watch this live stream. And so this little notice came up. Correction, Witness 1 on YouTube read the entire court following aloud on his YouTube channel. Note the irony, Team Sawyer-Picasio being the one bringing the sealed details of the case to the public while the media remains silent. Well, a couple of points here. First of all, these were not sealed. Randy screwed up. There's a procedure you go through when you want something sealed. And she didn't do that. Instead of asking for the documents to be sealed, she put them all up in public record in the court. And that's what I read on my YouTube. It was public information on Pacer that anyone can go look at. It's in the public record. There's no sealed anything that was read on my YouTube channel. It's all open information. This is the problem with Randy. She does not know how things work. And so she put this thing up, or somebody put it up on Telegram or wherever it was, calling me out and calling Kim out and calling Craig Sawyer out for revealing this information when, number one, I had no contact with Kim or Craig Sawyer regarding this document that I read. I simply got the information from Pacer. And anybody can do that. And so, once again, somebody lied over on that channel. Public record, not sealed. Randy screwed up. Simple as that. So, but I don't know if the eyes of the world are watching, because this is a channel with right now has about 14 people in it. And, it's a small channel. So I don't know where she gets the idea that the whole world is going to watch this. Maybe eventually they will, once some other details come out about the antics of these people. But for now, there isn't much attention being paid to this particular case. And another thing that Timmy posted, which is blatantly false, and anybody that currently lives in Minnesota or Minneapolis, St. Paul, can check this one out. he posted a thing over on Twitter that there was a fence around the courthouse. Now, the reason the fence was there originally is because of the Floyd trial. The policemen that were tried for the murder of Mr. Floyd. And as a precaution, the courthouse was fenced off, and that has all been since removed. Apparently, Timmy didn't get the memo and used an old photograph and went through this self-pity thing again over on the high command. And that lie got spread around. Well, oops. Well, Lori, that's correct. If there was a mistake and it got put on Pacer, the court can immediately pull it down. But they did not. It's there right now. Um, there are sealed papers on Pacer or on the court docket that you cannot access. But Randy did not take the proper steps to get the documents sealed and so forth. And so now it's out there. She put it out there because she was making a request for an emergency restraining order, protective order, or so forth. So, and the cat's out of the bag now because all the files have been downloaded. I downloaded everything that was sent, and so there's the stuff is out there, and so there you go. Now, there's been a rather peculiar thing that's been happening here the last few days. There is a woman that on the internet goes by Claire Walker. And I've just started checking into this because of something that I saw on Twitter. There were posts about Claire Walker being in jail, and people were trying to get her out of jail. And the reason she was in jail is because she violated a court order, and there was an arrest warrant out of Putnam County for her arrest. She wound up over in Clay County, which is close by, and got her ass arrested over there. So, what's the deal? Well, let's take a look at what started all this. Way back when there was a complaint filed by a Michael Smith, I believe the name is, saying that he was involuntarily hit. It's called assault and battery. And so a domestic violence complaint was filed. Now, I'm not sure, but I think this guy is the biological father of a child. And there's been a back and forth about child support, child custody, so on and so forth. And so there's that. Then we move forward to June of last year. And apparently, just like with Tim Homeseth, there was a petition made regarding stalking and domestic violence on the part of her. And so, apparently she violated this restraining order recently, and an arrest warrant was issued by Putnam County, and she was arrested. Now, remember, this woman is going by the name of Claire Walker, and it took me a while to figure this out when trying to go through the court records. Her name is not Claire Walker. It's Callie Burgundy. And this is her mugshot at the Clay County's Sheriff's Office, where she was arrested on the 4th of this month on an out-of-county warrant. She is in the Clay County Sheriff's Office with no bond. Usually what happens in this case is there might be a hearing Monday, or she may wind up back in Putnam County Monday. Either way, she's not getting out of jail anytime soon. And Telegram is blowing up because this is the new Cynthia Absug. Everybody is trying to help this woman, get her out of her problem. And this is only the tip of the iceberg with this lady. They're sovereign citizens, Lori. They seem to be able to do what they want. But there's more to the story here. And I have to thank Glow for this one because that's where I got most of the information from. But this woman has claimed that she was abused by the Trump family. Now, Tim Holmseth, Randy Erickson, and all these people over in Telegram are supporters of Melania and Donald Trump. And yet here is this woman, who they're trying to get out of jail, declaring that she was abused in some way, shape, or form, raped, molested, whatever, by the Trumps. Now, I'm going to be following this as it works its way through the legal system. We should know by next week what Putnam County's going to do and how they're going to get this woman to take the hour-and-a-half trip from the Clay County Sheriff's Office to the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. Is she going to fight extradition to the adjacent county, which I don't think is going to happen, or is there going to be some type of a hearing and she's simply going to go over there? Now, some of the posts you see over on Telegram state that there's people over there that want some help from somebody that is not part of the Florida bar. I would guess they want somebody like David Strait, who's been mentioned, or possibly Smirky Kirky, who we haven't heard too much from lately, or someone else that falls into this particular category. So we don't know yet what direction this is going to take. And there is a fight by this woman to get custody of her child back. Now, whether that's going to happen or not is up to the court. But this is very similar to Neely Blanchard, although I haven't found any claim of Munchausen by proxy, and is also something like Neely Blanchard, where this woman has gotten mixed up with Randy and company, because Randy seems to be at the center of this kind of thing. And so we aren't going to know quite yet what's going to happen with this situation, if she is going to go pro se or for some reason figure out a way to have someone come to her aid without going with a licensed Florida attorney, which is an incredibly stupid path to go on. But that's what these people do. They do not believe in the judicial system in this country. They seem to believe that they can do all the stuff on their own, that they don't need uh, the court, that they want to abolish completely, oops, our system of laws. And so we have this battle going on to try and get this woman out of jail. And they've even put up a number to the Clay County Sheriff's Office demanding, and want everybody to call and demand that she be released. Like that's going to do any good. We've been down this road before. And, okay, here we go. Fresh from Telegram, this was put up at 9/11, which was 11 minutes after my show started. And they say, Mert is live trashing our heroes, Timothy and Randy. Please pray for Randy's husband. He was poisoned by the cabal. Oh, there's no proof of that. But, they are right there monitoring, which is fine. I don't censor anything here. They're more than welcome to watch. And, I'm not lying. This is all true stuff. It's in their same Telegram where they posted this. Timothy Holmseth has declared himself to be a special agent. And since he is supporting Vladimir Putin, it would seem logical to assume that he is a special agent for Vladimir Putin. Okay, we've got, this is for you, Lori. What happened to Rago Kennedy? I should thank her for posting that Holmseth case number, 60 CR 18439, because that's why I looked into it more deeply. Thanks, Rago. Well, it's public information, Mark, or whoever the hell that is. She won't talk anymore because she knows I will publish about Picasso. She's been gagged in my chat by one of her own. Really? This is news to me. If she's been gagged in Infiltrated's chat, it's been by Infiltrated. And he lost the case, which apparently people, they don't pay attention to these cases when they're posted. Tim Holmseth has not won a single case. He has lost every single solitary one of them. Period. And he's had a lot of them. And he's had so many cases that Timmy was labeled a vexatious litigant and ordered by the court to have a licensed attorney represent him from there on. He is not allowed to represent himself in court. So, and that decision is in the court records. They can go and look for it. It's there. And so, again, Lori was not lying. I am not lying. I am basing my comments on facts that are in the public record. And once again, they lied about their... Oh, here we go. Mert is so evil. I love Timmy and Randy. They are warriors for Christ. The evil actions of these two heroes have to deal with is unspeakable. Mert relishes in son, adultery, drunken behavior, and immodest young men. He is a truck driver with a vulgar mouth and unchristian-like personality. Mert, when is the last... Oh, this thing... they removed it. Huh, that's interesting. I was reading it, and they deleted it. They got scared again. Oh, well. I got about halfway through it, and they deleted it. So, oh well, what are you going to do? Weird people. Yeah, it's funny that this channel of 16 people is so important to them that they go through and they make all these videos of me, and just people that I've known for years have looked at this and said they have never seen such an intense and well coordinated propaganda campaign against anyone on the internet. It exceeds even what you see with presidential and congressional candidates trashing each other. It's just, you would think I'm the most important person on the planet with everything that is said and done about me on these wacky extremist, terrorist websites. Well, maybe it should. They need something over there. These people are, um, they're getting angry over there. They want to go around and kill people, and yeah, it's, maybe they need to chill. Maybe they all need to go out and buy hula hoops and hoop it up or something. I mean, good Lord. Um, What do you know about what happened to Mr. Erickson? He is a hard-working man that loves his family and adores. Are you jealous of him? Did you pray for his recovery or rallies about his diagnosis? Well, I'll say this, since this person, this Carlito Justice, asked me this question. It was Randy Erickson, through her court, that made everybody aware that her husband has this affliction. I certainly didn't know about it. I wouldn't wish that kind of thing on anyone. I hope the guy does get better. But she's lying about the causes. Nobody poisoned the guy. Nobody even talks about him except for Randy. And now you guys over on your conspiracy channel are talking about it. But pray for the guy's recovery. Hopefully with modern science, he can get over this. And this is the other question here. Mert, when is the last time you prayed to God for anything worthwhile and fought for all the child victims out there? Well, the answer is this. I am for efforts to put a stop to any kind of child abuse, be it trafficking, pornography, sex trafficking. There's two different kinds of, right? And all this. And I don't advertise things that I do on the internet. I advocate for helping children. What I do not do is go around and slander people that are actually out to save children. Now, this is something weird that's been going on, and I don't understand why, but John Walsh is being trashed by these people. And for the life of me, I don't know why. John Walsh lost his son. His son was murdered. And he has spent his life trying to find missing and exploited children. He started the John Walsh Foundation. He's done the TV show America's Most Wanted. There's the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And yet these people trash all of this. They come up with conspiracy theories about anyone, no matter who it is, that is trying to help save these children. I don't get it. I really don't. Mert the Ferdy Kurt. Levi Page is like, well, well, yeah, this affair thing is a theory, but look at what Timothy Homseth has said about me. I've been accused of being a serial rapist, a serial killer, um, all these things, all these crimes against children, and none of it's true. And you guys ignore that because you believe everything he says. You're all brainwashed. But I'm not guilty of any of it. I've been to 7 different law enforcement agencies to clear matters up that have been started by Tim Homseth specifically. And they are all aware that Timothy is full of it, and they simply file the stuff away. And this includes the FBI agent that Tim Homseth brags that he talked to. Nobody believes this guy. They just take and they listen to him, say, "Okay, thank you for your tip and all that," and they file the stuff and forget about it. Um, so, but this is the thing. Randy is not at her husband's side, from what's been told. She is, quote unquote, hiding. She's not around. So where are these people? If she is so concerned about her husband, why is she not at the family home? Oh, well. I'm not going to repeat this stuff. It's just there. This, who is this? Colito Justice is brainwashed, and she just decided she's going to play kindergarten games and call me names. These people aren't too with it upstairs. So, they lie and lie and lie and lie. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to get into something that during the week. Let me. Where did I put this stuff? All right, this is going to take me a while to set up. But, damn, this thing isn't charging up. But I'm going to ignore that idiot for now because I got more important things to do here. Oh, that phone doesn't work. I gotta quit doing that. Do. I'll do it this way. The hell with the slideshow. Okay, what we're going to do here is you all remember that Phil McConnell used to get on and he would have his little Bible thingamajiggy? Well, I'm going to do something similar. Because Tim Homseth has been labeled the Goliath. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get into the story of Goliath. Well, apparently that individual deleted all their stuff, which is... Okay. That's fine. That must be that same person that came on last night. Okay, here we go with a little bit of Bible study. And we open up to 1 Samuel 17:1-11. And it goes like this. The Philistines were attacking the Israelis. Every morning, a giant Philistine named Goliath challenged any Israelite to fight him. Goliath was bigger and taller than anyone else, and he was fierce. He wore heavy armor and carried a sword, spear, and large shield. No one dared fight him. Now we go to 1 Samuel 17:20-23. David was a young shepherd boy who had faith in the Lord. His older brothers were soldiers in Israel's army. One day, David took his brothers some food. When he arrived at the army's camp, he heard of Goliath's challenge. Now we go to 1 Samuel 17:24-30. David asked the soldiers why no one defended Israel. His brothers were angry and told him to go take care of the sheep. But David knew that the Lord would defend Israel. Now to 1 Samuel 17:31-37. King Saul knew of David's face, so he asked to see David. David told Saul he was not afraid to fight Goliath. David explained that once, when he was looking after his sheep, he killed a lion and a bear. The Lord protected him then, and David knew the Lord would protect him now. So we go to 1 Samuel 17:38-39. Saul gave David his armor, but it didn't fit. So David took it off. He decided to fight without any armor. 1 Samuel 17:40. David collected 5 smooth stones and put them in a bag. He took his sling and shepherd's staff and went to face Goliath. 1 Samuel 17:42-47. When Goliath saw David, he shouted and made fun of him. He said a shepherd boy could not beat him. David shouted back he trusted the Lord to protect him. David said he would beat Goliath and show the Lord's greatness. 1 Samuel 17:48-50. David ran toward Goliath. He quickly threw a stone with his sling. The stone hit Goliath in the forehead, and the giant man fell to the ground. The Lord helped David beat the Goliath without a sword or armor. 1 Samuel 17:51-53. When the Philistines saw that Goliath was dead, they ran away in fear. The Israelites won the battle. David trusted the Lord, and the Lord protected Israel. So, Timmy can be right there and declare that he's Goliath, and I am David fighting the Goliath of lies. And the Lord protects those who protects the truth, so apparently I'm protected by the Lord. And I put that parody up knowing that it would be misinterpreted by those people out there who do not read the Bible, and sure enough, they fell into the trap. So these people that say that they believe in the Bible don't, because they don't live by the Bible's teachings. They violate the commandments and, bear false witness on my neighbor and so forth, on thy neighbor and so on and so forth. So these people who declare that they follow the path of God are liars. They bear false witness. Well, we don't know that, Carlito. Carlito is stating that they did not delete a moderator deleted. I don't delete. Well, then I guess you're going to have to find out who the moderator is over there and find out why they deleted it. I think they deleted it because they don't want to get sued. They saw that you were lying and deleted it. So, now let me go back to this other thing here, a comment that was made while I was doing the Bible thingy here. Yes, it does. But apparently they don't, you have to read the Bible and believe in it first. Oh, that's interesting. But David versus Goliath is basic across every religion. It's a tale that's been told in every Sunday school forever and a day, and it's basically it makes the salient point that God will protect you in all just battles, especially when that battle is for the truth. And since Timmy is the Goliath of lies, it is up to the Davids out there to defeat his lies, to bring him down. And that's what everybody's trying to do. They are trying to expose Timmy's lies and get justice for those of us who have been victimized by his lies. This guy, Rose, said there's a rumor that Timmy is Michael Flynn Construction or something like that. How strange is that one? Well, it is strange. That's the first I heard of that. But, there's all sorts of strange rumors out there. And I was trying to find the quote. Okay, I saw this. And yes, he wanted to interview Tim, but so far, no answer. Now, Tim has turned down 2 offers to be interviewed. And he uses the excuse that he can't go on the air because then he would get killed. And this is the excuse that's been used as to why he is not on the air. And so, excuse me. But it's like I said the other night. There are persistent rumors going around that neither Tim or Randy are doing anything with either social media site. Now, Randy might be the person behind all the legal tomfoolery that's going on, but they're not contributing anything to their social media sites. It's being done by other people. Oh. Well, you're honored there, Laurie. I guess maybe now they'll start catching up. I mean, I think I'm the record holder for the number of videos that's been made about me by these, I guess you'd say they're international terrorists, since we got people from Canada involved in this nonsense. And yes, it is easy to splice videos. They've accused me of doing it. And Wei Yan accused Timmy of doing it. And, apparently someone over there rebutted it. The problem is what he put up is still edited. And regardless of what Wei Yan said 10, 12 years ago, she's impeached herself. If this goes to court, which it will never do, and Leanne is called as a witness, they're going to say, did you redact the statement you made to Tim Homestead 12 years ago? And she'll say yes. And she will testify that Tim tampered with the recordings and so forth, and the evidence won't be allowed. Number one, because it's a recording. And, so he has, I think he hates us both equally. He's been attacking Levi since the beginning, and he automatically switched over and started attacking me. And so anyone that calls him out, questions his truthfulness and veracity and so forth, they are going to find themselves with a target on their back. And tonight proves it. You have these wackos over on Telegram doing this nonsense all the time. Well, yeah, it's kind of dead over there right now. But, with a good processor, you can manipulate audio, video. This is something that's been known for a long, long, long time. And the chat that Homestead keeps putting up was declared a fraud by the FBI and local law enforcement that's looked at it. It's obvious that it was manipulated. It's easily, the whole thing was created. There's a person that came out and confessed to it, and she is on probation in Texas because of computer crimes. So, but there's two people that have an intense hate for both me and Levi, and it's an individual that goes by Astro. And it's believed and has been more or less confirmed that it's Astro that creates these weird accounts on Telegram and starts all this nonsense up. And, but she's been after Levi since day one. And so Timmy is also after Levi since day one because Timmy lies, and Levi's proven it over and over and over again. And it's easy enough to prove it because it's extremely, it's extremely easy. Well, I think she's one of the women that are infatuated with Timmy. And she believes every single thing that Homestead says. And she doesn't like Levi Page at all. She doesn't like me at all either. And she is determined to see to it that Levi Page never gets into the media, which is it's too late for that. Yeah, that does sound like a cult. It sounds like propaganda. But again, Timmy is not in control of his social media account. It's being handled by a third party. And whoever infiltrated is likely the one that is running that live stream. And Randy is probably not running it either. But this is, ugh, I'm getting cramps. This chair is not doing what it's advertised. But, I just lost track here. But, we're in a cycle here where it's the same nonsense over and over and over again. Um, and, you know, Timmy is running around. And I'm going to touch on this subject while we're at it. Somebody has admitted, according to things that I've seen, and I thought this was kind of interesting when this was sent to me. Yeah, a little late for that, but toot toot. I was originally going to call this show The Bare Necessities, and that's BEAR. Evil Destroyer uh, is not positively identified. We believe that it's a woman from Canada who is an anti-masker and likes to kiss an image of Timothy on her smartphone, and she's admitted to this in a recording, live stream that she made, and it was recorded. I don't know if it showed up. But I'm trying to do something here. Now, the reason I was going to call it The Bare Necessities, um, and it was going to be BEAR and not BARE, because of this woman. Now, this woman is, oops, I hit the wrong. Okay, yeah, I did what I want. Um, this woman is a huge fan of Tim Holmseth, obviously. Um, and she has a history similar to that of Miss Walker. There's some really strange declarations this woman has made, and something else that came out about her is that it is said that she is providing to Timmy and Randy $4,000 a month. $1,000 a month. That is $1,000 a week for these two people to sightsee all over the United States and basically go into hiding. She has said to brag that she has a network of safe houses for patriots and so on. And her first name is Jessie. And it's these type of weirdos that are basically aiding and abetting a fugitive from justice and causing all this grief. Now, this is a criminal act, and this information was turned over to law enforcement, and it is being investigated. And if I learn anything else factual about this individual, I'll pass it on. But that's where we're at tonight. It would appear that Mr. Holmseth has committed treason and is aiding and abetting the Russian government. And when you spread false narratives and false propaganda in a time of war, it's a form of espionage, or not espionage, I can't think of the words right now, but you're basically aiding and abetting a sworn enemy of the United States. Russia is no ally of the United States. Remember, it was a Russian premier by the name of Nikita Khrushchev that said, "I will bury you." And he said, "We will destroy your country from within." And that's what Vladimir Putin is doing. So anyone that is supporting Vladimir Putin in this genocide that he's doing is a traitor. They are not a patriot, and people should treat them that way. They should be shunned. They should be boycotted. They should be ignored. And so, and it's people like this, allegedly, that are working to destroy this country. And spreading this nonsense and even giving financial aid to these criminals. So all we can do is just keep an eye on these people and see what they do, and hopefully the promises made to me by law enforcement will eventually bear fruit, and some of these people are going to have to answer for their actions. And with that, I am going to close this out. I appreciate everybody coming in. I have an early wheels up tomorrow, so I'm going to go to bed right now. And, during the week, I'm sure these clowns will come up with more material for us to use. They're very generous with their nonsense. And who knows, maybe I'll find another Bible quote. Maybe I missed my calling to be a preacher or something. I don't know. But, well, the abrupt ending, Sabrina, is I've run out of things to talk about. And there's not much going on. I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I have a wheels up. And I've got an extremely long day. I don't expect to be back in Orlando until 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. If I get back earlier, we'll see what happens. Oh, finally! The Russian agent has checked in. Oh, I'm awful. No, I'm not going to cease and desist. I am reporting facts, task force. And for one thing, you haven't identified yourself. You say cease and desist. What are you afraid of, task force? Why are you scared? Why don't you want the truth to come out? You, on your task force and high command databases, are supporting Vladimir Putin. Are you scared to have that information out there? I mean, it's on your website. The high command is supporting Vladimir Putin. The Pentagon Pedophile Task Force is supporting Vladimir Putin. And so you cannot, this is not Russia. You cannot, this is a notice to cease and desist making videos about me and my family. You will be added in federal court notice to agent. Who are you? All I see is task force. I don't see a name. What is your name? You come in here and you make demands that are unconstitutional, number one, and, what is your name? If you're giving me notice to cease and desist, I have to have a name. Because, there's 325 million people in this country, and there's, so. And I am reporting facts and evidence, court documents, statements that are made on the internet. So you have no reason to demand cease and desist. You are a public figure. The task force is a national entity. You claim to be associated with the former president of the United States. You claim to have a connection to Lynn Wood. And you support, by your own admission, Vladimir Putin. This is a matter of public interest. It's people's right to know. And the court cases that I cited are public. Anybody can get them that has access to Pacer. So, it's public information. It's out there. And anything that's put in the court records is public information, regardless of what's said. So, and you notice, everyone, that task force is not saying who they are. They just make these demands. And, I have no, how am I supposed to know that this is a live person? This could be an impersonator coming in here under task force. He managed to delay me going off the air for a few minutes, so. So I want to see how far this goes. She got quiet in a hurry, or it got quiet in a hurry. And so I'll tell you right now, I am not going to cease and desist. I would make the same demand of the High Command and TimothyCharlesHomeseth.com. You need to cease and desist commenting about me in any way, shape, or form. You need to take everything you've written about me off the internet, everywhere. And you are to instruct the people over at the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force Telegram site to take everything down with my name on it and not to mention me. So, stuff that in your pipe and smoke it. What these people don't understand that are posting this stuff on the internet about me, Lori, and others is if you take me to court because I talk about court cases that are a matter of public record, you have to explain your accusations against me. You have to explain all these connections that you say I have to the Delphi murders, John Benet Ramsey, the Finders, all of this. You have to get your arm up there on that little Bible, your hand up in the air, and testify in court about all of this stuff. And guess what? You're going to lose because it's all lies. And if every single person that you have lied about, Lori, Fireman John, Kim, Craig, Mr. Hammer, if we all got together and filed a class action lawsuit against you and your reporter, if you're who I think you are, then you would be liable. You would lose your case. Because everything you have put out there is a lie. And you know it. And you can, demand all you want. But it ain't happening. I am turning down your notice to cease and desist right now. I will keep making videos about anyone associated with the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force and about anyone whose name appears in a court document, or anyone that has stated that they are part of the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, associated with anyone who supports the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force and is repeating these slanderous things about people out there, me and other people. So that's that. Now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and log off. Appreciate everybody signing in or logging in. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and stay tuned. Maybe if task force sues me and takes me to court, I'll cover my own court case. That'd be rich. So until we meet again, everybody, have a good one. Good night.